I'm just saying, look what happened last event. We had a fair amount of people who played like all of us included. There's no one who played well all tournament. Is it that bad to have another guy, albeit 12, potentially 11?
Yeah. Well, then just hang out. Like, you obviously can get right back in the morning.
Yeah. Anybody who's willing and able, let's go get paint. Matt, I know what you're gonna do. Just sit there.
Able.
Wow, I was actually ready, but sure. Let's go, Matt. Yeah. No. I'm gonna stay warm. You must just be jonesing for foot into this thing. Yeah. This feels so good.
So Max, I got a question for you. Were you dogging it today, or were you playing as hard as you?
Dude, I am scared.
You look crippled.
I am scared to put. I'm scared to push it.
I sprained my ankle and I broke my foot, and it's kind of better. I mean, the doctor won't be very straightforward with me. He says, "Yeah, it's better, but don't do anything crazy." So on Tuesday, I'm seeing him Tuesday before the tournament.
What are the potential assessments? Will there be a hard green light or a yeah, Max, we think like maybe you're okay to not sit around anymore? How binary is it versus will there be a gray answer?
Explain the word binary.
Numbers, man.
It means that there's two definitive outcomes.
Yeah.
That you'll either be told you can't play or you can play, and that's it.
Or he tells me what he has been telling me, which is
Don't proceed.
Do more.
I'll tell you from my assessment of you, like I can't see you playing a World Cup.
I'm out here practicing right now, playing back center, just taking it slow. The foot feels great.
Did they tell you to wear that?
No. It's all guesswork. I sprained my ankle.
Okay.
So I wanted to. I don't know what I'm doing. I see the doctor on Tuesday. I just want to play.
I mean, that's going to have no effect on your foot. That's only for your ankle.
Is there really arguable downside to including Benny and potentially bringing him to Cup should he play well without any guarantee of playtime?
No, but even like next year, I think 12's too many.
We're not. Hey, listen. Whoa, stop.
If he's better than someone on the team,
just say your opinion on me. Okay, he's looking from now to World Cup.
From now to World Cup, it's not even worth talking.
Okay, so we have one opinion.
I agree with Greg on that.
Okay, so 2, right? 3, 4.
And I think Nick brings a lot of discipline, a strong element of teamwork, and I think that he's had a positive impact on and off the field.
All right, this team has always had 6 or 7.
Yeah.
We have 11 guys, and we're playing 11 deep at the tournaments. We're in a very good position roster-wise. The last thing I want to do is just throw a stick in the spokes. But I think that we shouldn't stray from... Dude, was that you? You know what? We shouldn't stray from talent that's extremely close to the field. Like, from what we have traditionally looked for as 187, far before my time...
Before you, we only took people we liked.
Nicely played. I give credit when due.
When I first heard Nick got cut from Houston Heat, I let it sit for a couple days, but I knew I was going to reach out to him. And probably about 3 or 4 days later after he got cut, I sent him an IM and said, hey, let's talk if you're interested.
So I got cut, and then some guy that looks like Mario messaged me. Dave Painter hit me up right away.
It took a little while to come around. He probably about better part of 2 months before he finally cut a deal. I owe Rab Chick-fil-A, Rab and Cena, Chick-fil-A at every event, and a gallon of iced tea. I liked everything the program had done in the past and the direction they were headed, and just the thought of something that was almost like a fresh snow. It was new. I had no ties to anybody really. A young team that was isolated in New England, which is a good thing and a bad thing, and I can come in and hopefully influence them.
Being a homegrown team, we get a lot of that group mindset, group think, and he's totally shattered that. He's opened our mind to different angles, different aspects of the game. Having Nick come on board, I mean, it's fantastic having somebody of his caliber and expertise and experience on the team. We're all a bunch of guys that grew up playing around here. It adds an element to the team that we just didn't have before, and it really brought everyone else's confidence up, especially some of the new guys.
Next 5, let's have plans where it's like, all right, our goal should be, like Nick was saying, get into the 50 Dorito and shoot their entire D side off the break. is it that bad to have another person that, and I'm going to speak for myself here, I think a fair amount of us trust.
Hey, 3-4! 3-4! Eyes elbow!
Who can do pretty much any job on the field.
Yeah, I said.
You know, like you have someone like Greg who plays one spot, and if he plays bad, that's it.
Whoa! This kid doesn't know the history of me.
Dude, trust me, I know the history of you.
I used to play the snake.
You don't anymore, right?
I made that choice. I got too big.
So this thing is too big.
Greg's kind of like a bowling ball out there, and I think, you know, it was a little bit more reckless at first. That's not to say that he didn't have some major success.
Greg has definitely improved throughout the years. Before, he used to be this kind of bloodthirsty can, even though he still is.
So Greg had a rough event last event. He was sort of just making moves with his head down, not playing slow enough paintball, not being calm on the field. And he realizes that he's been working a lot in practice to try and correct that.
Greg has done a great job focusing on, I think, you know, sort of harnessing his abilities and slowing down when he needs to, speeding up when he has to.
We consider him a core player now. I mean, he's solid. He knows how to play the game. You know, I think he could tighten it up a little bit, but that's just because I play behind him and demand excellence.
He's still a very aggressive player, and that's what we need out of him.
Next weekend, we obviously play Revo. All right, it's going to be our first look on this field against a semi-legitimate team. All right.
I think the World Cup field for 187 it'll be one of two things. It'll be either a huge success or a huge failure for us. I think we need to really break down the field and make sure that each player knows their jobs.
Only in the 4, ice the 4, 905.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 to the left, 901, or vice versa, 5, whatever.
Yeah.
Agreed? Okay. You need to get those calls right, and that you hear that, man, that's blood in the water. Yeah, no, nothing else.
I'm really excited about the World Cup layout. I think it has a lot of good cross shots on the field. We excel at the cross-field communication and shooting those cross shots.
You can play the big paintball that 187 wants to play. We can be aggressive and we can assert ourselves, but if you do it on this field and you lose bodies and you forget what your job is and you make minor mistakes playing against, like, we've got to play X Factor, we have to play the Ironman, we have to play Thunder, right? Those teams, they have veterans that know how to win and have won in the past, will pick you apart.
The one thing that we're going to need to do better is our twos need to come up behind the ones and get those shots in on the guys' loaders and masks and things like that.
I preach to everybody that I think laning off the break shooting is the most important thing. There are huge lanes on both the Hurrdat and the snake side. If we can't hit our lanes, we're not going to do well in this field if we let people get out wide. I'd love to meet who made this field and find out who did it and be like, why did you pick this for World Cup? I think on this field you can be super aggressive and you can also lock the field up.
I think like it's always worth taking big risks, and that's something that 187 is known for. But at the same time, if we're playing somebody that's going to sit on this field and play slow, then that's going to force us to have to play that way too, because this is a slow field.
I'm interested to see how our games go, and all games all together go Friday and Saturday, and then come Sunday, you know, is everyone going to put the brakes on?
I think this layout is going to work out pretty well for us because you can be aggressive on both sides of the field. You can take chances. There's a center push here, and we have numerous players that can move up the center towards the X. I think this field's going to be good for us. I think we're going to win.